Hi everyone. I just want to say a few things about my video on the ideas of Max Stirner, which is called The Relevance of Max Stirner, and I'll leave a link in the description to that video. So yeah, just a few clarifications. And the first thing I want to say is about a particular extract of Stirner's that I read out in that video, which is as follows. Here lies the difference between self-liberation and emancipation. Those who today stand in the opposition are thirsting and screaming to be set free. The princes are to declare their peoples of age, i.e., emancipate them. Behave as if you were of age, and you are so without any declaration of majority. If you do not behave accordingly, you are not worthy of it, and would never be of age even by a declaration of majority. When the Greeks were of age, they drove out their tyrants, and when the son is of age, he makes himself independent of his father. If the Greeks had waited till their tyrants graciously allowed them their majority, they might have waited long. A sensible father throws out a son who will not come of age, and keeps the house to himself. It serves the noodle right. The man who is set free is nothing but a freed man, a libertinus, a dog dragging a piece of chain with him. He is an unfree man in the garment of freedom, like the ass in the lion's skin. Now, what I want to comment on here is about where Stirner talks about the father and the son. This can be misinterpreted if it's taken literally, and I really don't think it's supposed to be taken literally at all. I don't think Stirner would be that harsh and unpleasant, and I also don't think he would be that stupid either. And I really don't think he's saying that if you have a son or daughter and they get to a certain age, that you should throw them out of the home. I think he's employing metaphor. What he's saying is metaphorical in order to make a point. And I think the point is that if we really genuinely want freedom and autonomy, then we have to liberate ourselves, really. We have to take freedom ourselves, and we can gain freedom and autonomy on an individual level, in a sense, and we can also gain freedom and autonomy collectively. He's saying that we shouldn't be too dependent on others who are supposed to grant us our freedom and autonomy, that we should stand on our own 2 feet, be responsible, and earn our freedom and autonomy by liberating ourselves. So I just wanted to comment on that firstly. Another thing I should say about my video on Stirner's egoism is that in that video I said that the new translation of The Unique in Its Property by Wolfi Landstreicher is being worked on and should be available at some point in the future. But it is already available to read for free on the Anarchist Library website, thankfully, so you can read it on there. And I will leave a link to that in the description as well. Initially, when I uploaded the video, I wasn't aware that it was available, so I didn't link it in the description. And I also listed in the description to that video a reading list of some stuff that was written by Stirner, and also stuff about his ideas and that was influenced by his ideas. And at the end of the video, I also read out that reading list. And I don't know how it is for anyone else, but I live in the UK and I found it impossible to get hold of a physical copy of the new translation. But at least you can read it for free on the Anarchist Library website, which is great. And I suppose the only other thing for me to say about that video is that also in that video I talk about the ideas of Max Stirner in relation to anarcho-communists, but you don't have to be an anarcho-communist in order to listen to or watch that video. You can still get an understanding of some of the key components of Stirner's egoism by listening to or watching that video if you're not an anarcho-communist. So that's it really. That's all I wanted to say. Just a few brief clarifications really about that video. So thank you for listening. Take care. All the best.